Hello friends, this is Eva from Gent Fence. Our company specializes in fence production nearly 30 years. Our main products have temporary fence, chain link fence, high security fence, triangle bending fence, crowd control barrier, and so on. If you have a need in fence product, you can contact us. Okay, today I will introduce our popular product, crowd control barrier. Okay, we can see different types popular in different market. This product normally popular in American market, Australia market, European market, and New Zealand market. Okay. We can see the first kind of. We can see this sample. This kind of crowd control barrier is very popular in American market. We can see this fence normally used in the control the crowd. Okay, we can see this fence include the frame tube. This fence include the frame pipe, the inner tube, the sleeve, the hook, and the feet. Okay, we see the first kind of. We can see this one. About the size of it, the frame pipe normally is 48 millimeters, and the thickness normally is 1.2 millimeters, 1.5 millimeters, 1.8 millimeters, and the inner tube of it normally is 16 millimeters or 19 millimeters, and the thickness of it normally is 1 millimeters, 1.2 millimeters. All is okay. About the distance of it, normally is 110 millimeters or 120 millimeters. Or if you want its bigger distance, we also can produce according to need. Okay. About the surface treatment of it, we have two kinds of. We can see this one is hot dipped galvanized, and that one is powder coated. And the different of this, it also has the feet. We can see this one is a flat feet and this one is a bridge feet, cause it's a bridge shape like this. And this one is a flat feet. When we connection one pieces by one pieces, we can use the sleeve in the hook like this. It will one by one to install it. Okay. About this one, when we produce it, normally we prepare the raw material tube, then make it like this shape, and then welded the inner tube with the frame pipe, welded the sleeve, the hook, and make the feet. Okay, we can see another one. You can see this one, the color is black. It also includes the frame pipe, inner tube, sleeve, hook, and the flat feet. About the frame pipe, the size is 48 millimeters. The thickness of it normally is 1 millimeters, 1.2 millimeters, 1.8 millimeters, or 2 millimeters. And the inner tube, the size of it is 16 millimeters or 19 millimeters. The thickness of it is 1 millimeters, 1.2 millimeters, all is okay. The thickness of it, we can produce 110 millimeters, 120 millimeters. And about the flat feet, we can see the size usually is 100 millimeters by 600 millimeters, and the thickness normally is 5 millimeters. And we can see there is a hole in the flat feet. This hole is when we can see when install it, the height is like this. If we want the fence more higher, we can use a screw in the hole to make the fence more higher. It will be like this. Okay, about the height of the fence, normally it's 1 meters, 1.1 meters, or 1.2 meters, 1.8 meters, and it can reach 2.4 meters. And the length of the fence, it usually is 2 meters, 2.1 meters, 2.5 meters, all is okay. Okay, this one is very popular in American market. Then we can see next one. Okay, then we can see this kind of is very similar with the American type. We can see this one. This kind of is very popular in Australian market. We can see. About this one, the size, the popular size is the frame pipe is 25 millimeters. And the inner is 20 millimeters. The thickness we can do 1 millimeters, 1.1 millimeters, 1.2 millimeters. It can reach 2 millimeters. And the thickness of it usually is 110 millimeters, 120 millimeters. All is okay. And this one also includes the frame pipe, inner tube, the hook, the sleeve. About the surface treatment, this one is the powder coated. We use the black wire. We use the black tube, welded then powder coated. And about the color, we can do many kinds of colors. This one is black. We also can do the yellow, blue, red. All is okay. And any color is no MOQ. Okay, this one, the connection method is the same. We can put the sleeve in the hook to connect it. We can see this one we match with the bridge feet, and this one is a flat feet. And about this we also need to install it. And if you think it's very difficult, Then we can weld the feet in the fence panel. This type will increase the space when we loading it. So normally we use like this divide. Okay. This is the Australia market crowd control barrier, and we can see this one. This one also popular in Australia, and it also includes the frame pipe, the inner tube, the sleeve, the hook, and the flat feet. The popular size of it, the frame pipe is 25 millimeters, and the inner tube is 20 millimeters. The thickness we can do 1 millimeters, 1.1 millimeters, 1.2 millimeters, and it can reach 2 millimeters. Okay, about the distance of it, we can do 110 millimeters, 120 millimeters. About the flat feet, we can see the size of it usually is 100 millimeters by 600 millimeters, and the thickness normally is 5 millimeters or 6 millimeters. Okay. When we produce it, we need to prepare the raw material tube and then welded the frame pipe like this shape. Then welded the inner tube with the frame pipe together. Then welded the hook, the sleeve, and then through the hot dipped galvanized. The flat feet, we use the flat plate like this and welded a round tube together. Then it will be a flat feet. Okay, this one is the crowd control barrier popular in Australia market. Okay. Okay, we can see the third kind of. We can see this one is a little different with before. This one is popular in European market, and we can see this one have two frame pipe and have two vertical tube. We can see this kind of the size of it of the frame tube normally is 48 millimeters, or it also can 38 millimeters, and the vertical tube of it normally is 12 millimeters 16 millimeters or 19 millimeters. It also can 20 millimeters. Okay, it also includes the hook, the sleeve. About it, we can see this one is a flat fit. It also can match with the bridge fit like this. We can see it's the bridge fit. About the bridge fit, we have two types. We can see there have a little type. This one is a bigger type. So how to use it? This one is used in when we corner. When the fence in the corner, we need to turn it, and so we can use like this little. It can belong in the bigger one, so it can perfect to install it. We can see like this. We can see. One is this degree, and we can make another in there, so it can perfect to turn it. Okay. Okay. About the surface treatment of it, we also have two types of. This one is the hot dipped galvanized, and we also have the powder coated. About the hot dipped galvanized, we have two levels. One is the normal zinc spray, and another is the high zinc coating. If the normal zinc coating, the zinc content normally is 40 kilograms per square meters to 60 kilograms per square meters. And we also have the high zinc coating. Normally, it can reach 200 kilograms per square meter. Okay, when we packing the fence, if the surface treatment is hot dipped galvanized, we can bulk it in the container or packing it in the pallet. Or if the surface treatment of it is powder coated, we need to use the bubble plastic to protect the surface, and then packing it in the pallet. Okay. This one is very popular in European market, and we also have a special kind of. We can see. Okay, we can see this special one. This is the first one. We can see this kind of crowd control barrier is very popular in New Zealand market. We can see it's very special and different with before. About the Australian market, the American market, the European market, it also use the tube in the inner, and this one use the chain link fence in the inner. Okay, this one includes the frame tube, the inner chain link fence mesh, and the sleeve, the hook, and it also matched with the feet. Okay, you can see this one. About the frame pipe, normally it's 38 millimeters or 48 millimeters. The thickness normally is 1.2 millimeters, 1.5 millimeters, 1.8 millimeters, or 2 millimeters. And we can see the inner chain link mesh. We can see this one is a PVC coated, and this one is a hot dipped galvanized. We can see these two kind of. Okay. About the tanning fins, the wire diameter normally is 2 millimeters, 3 millimeters, 4 millimeters, and the whole size of it normally is 50 millimeters by 50 millimeters or 60 millimeters by 60 millimeters. If you want a smaller hole, we can produce 40 millimeters by 40 millimeters, or if you want it more bigger, it also can produce 75 millimeters by 75 millimeters or 100 millimeters by 100 millimeters. All is okay. Okay. About the PVC coated, we can see this one is red. We also can make it black or green. These are also the popular color. When we produce it, normally we make the frame pipe like these types, and then welded the hook, the sleeve. We make the tanning fins, then use the bind wire to connect the frame pipe and the inner fins. This we also can match the flat fit or the bridge fit, always okay. And when we packing it, normally we bulk it in the container or packing in the wooden pallet or the metal pallet. And the feet normally packing it in the wooden pallet. Okay, this one is the New Zealand type crowd control barrier. Okay, we can see this one is hard dipped galvanized. You can see the color of it like the sliver. Okay, just now I introduced 3 types crowd control barrier. It includes the American type, the Australia type, the European type, and this one is New Zealand type. Okay, if you have interest in this crowd control barrier, you can leave your message. Our college will contact you, and we will give you our professional advice. Okay, bye.